What is up, everybody? Today we are unboxing Snakku. Now, when I first got this, it was wrapped in a cool little wrapping. I didn't know who it was from, so I had to take that out, and then I'm like, oh, it's from Snakku. All right. And they do things a little bit different. Judging by how their website is, what they do is they go around Japan and they go and they pick out specific little locations that they like and they put them inside the box. So I originally, when I looked at this, I really like the idea because they get it from local stores, they hand pick them, and they actually go to the ones that are more well known. So you're getting more of like almost an authentic feel. So if you go to Japan and instead of just getting a bunch of random things in a box, which sometimes can be good, you're getting more of like a homely feel. You're getting more of like a baked goods kind of feel. So something that if you're going to maybe walk down the road and you're going to your favorite bakery, you could share that with the rest of the world by saying, well, we actually did the work for you. We went out, we like this spot. This spot's well known for these, and they kind of put that inside of a box for you. So these are more of, from what I can gather, pastries, soft cookies, stuff like that. So without further ado, let's open up the box. So when you open them up, it is jam-packed. Like, you can see how packed it is inside here. I can't really slide that thing open easily. They give you a nice little pamphlet here. Pamphlet says Snakku, shows a bunch of stuff. And on the other side, it gives you a full listing of everything that's included. So once again, nice little wrapping on the inside. And they kind of go ahead and they start top to bottom. So starting with, ooh, wait a minute. Are these what I think they are? Ooh, these look like corn rusks to me. I don't know. They might not be, but okay. So let's start with what's on top. So opening up the box, you can see that everything's kind of, everything's nice and jammed in there. They have more than just one little thing in there, so that's good. Let's start with, I'm trying to see here. We'll start with these guys here. These are yuba senbais. These are, or tofu skin. Has been used in traditional Japanese cooking for hundreds of years, even to this day. Japanese Buddhist monks who adhere to strict vegetarian diets eat yuba on a consistent basis. This senbai is a simple, crispy cracker version of yuba, the rural prefecture of Togishi. So I'm assuming it's more of a cracker, but let's open it up and see what we got on the inside here. Ooh, it's like a little wafer. So if you look at that, it's like the design on it is really cool. If you can see the design on there, take a little bite. Now, there's a very, very thin, almost like light vanilla flavor on the inside. It's not overwhelming vanilla. You're just kind of biting into it and you're like, okay. Now, it tastes like, it almost reminds me of fortune cookie on the outside but like more of like more, if you can imagine, more of like a more baked fortune cookie with vanilla on the inside. Very good, nice and thin. I feel like the fact that they give you a bunch of them makes me happy, because I'm like, okay, if I finish this one, I don't feel so bad because I didn't finish all of them. And you could probably eat one of these every now and then, dip them inside of your, I would like to be able to dip that inside my coffee or inside my tea, but those are really good, nice and thin. I really think those would go good with a little bit of tea. Next up underneath these ones are menbai. A portmanteau of the mentaiko and senbai is made from 100-year-old Aburi Fukutoro in the city of Hakata. The city has historically been a merchant town, and Fukutora got its start as an oil merchant. They soon expanded to other food items, including Hakata's regional specialty, which is basically spiced cod roe. Ooh. Contains soy sauce, seaweed, sorbet, soybean, wheat, salt, cod roe, and dried squid. So it's more of like a, it's probably going to be like a fishy taste almost in a way. So let's open them up and see what we have. It definitely smells fishy when you first open them up. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, it's not opening up. There we go. Okay. So first things first, yeah, you can smell that fishiness to it. Now, that one there, I can't really get out of the packaging right, but if you look at it, you can see that it has like little specks of random ingredients in there. And I'm assuming that's a little bit of like the cod roe, a little bit of the squid. When you bite into it, definitely you have a strong taste, or strong smell of like a fishy flavor. Probably not a good idea to eat a dessert and then eat that right after. But I feel like if you put maybe some cream cheese on it or something, it might taste might give you like a little bit more of like almost if you're eating like, you know, like cheese crackers and dip kind of thing. Maybe not my favorite. I mean, not something that I would go out and grab. It's definitely a different type of cracker. I've never really had, I can't really compare because I've never really had like a fishy type cracker before. Interesting. Like I said, you feel like even after I can still feel like the taste in my mouth, like just kind of like empowers everything. So you get a lot of flavors out of it, but for me, cracker wise, it's not really something that I would really go for. But then again, it just depends on the person and what you're into. Okay, let's open up. Now these little hikey pies. Roasted pie crusted atop with salted raisins. It's so good we can't stop eating it. And this reminds me of that little pie thing that we got on our previous crate, which is basically a small little. This is crumbly. Basically a little pie in it. I mean, it looks like Japan has a lot of these little things in here. I don't really see these in Canada ever. I mean, you get them, but they don't seem so like fresh looking. This like I said, I've seen these before. They look like little pies, and let's see how they taste. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if it's just because I had that fishy flavor in my mouth, but that wiped out everything and completely replaced it with an actual like pie raisiny taste. Now, the reason why I think I like it even more is because when you notice I was biting into it, it was like flaking everywhere. It tasted like, I don't know how long ago these things were made, but they taste so fresh. And I mean, much like the other coconut pie one that we had before, I kind of get the same feeling that when they make these things, you know, they make them fresh and then they package them and then they're out to go. Whereas like when you go to the grocery store and you're grabbing a bunch of things off the shelf and you get your moon pies and all that stuff and you get your little wafer things and it's one of those things where you don't get that pure freshness. You're kind of just like, oh, whatever, it's just like a cake. This, like I said, it tastes like they make them and then they just send them. They just immediately package them and send them out. That is really fresh. Next up looks like, from what I can feel, they feel like crackers. They feel like I want to say these are the almost like rice cakes. Let's open them up and see what we're looking at here, just to make sure, because the packaging, as you can tell, it's just like it's not really like labeled or anything like that. Okay, so these are definitely the rice cakes. So they're little rice cake little crackers. It says saku. Old-fashioned puffed rice crackers, slow-baked in clay oven until slightly browned, then topped with a variety of toppings. Which flavors will you get? Soy sauce glaze, green seaweed, kombu, or dried tomato? All right. So this one's soy sauce, I think, anyways. And imagine almost dehydrated rice, soy sauce on the top, and that's what it is. I don't really like rice cakes myself. I'm really against rice cakes. For one, I like, they don't fill me up at all. This isn't that bad. Would I say it's better than a rice cake? Yeah, I guess. More flavor. It just tastes like soy sauce on top of crispy rice. But you know, if you're one of those people that are like, oh, you know what, I want to try something different, then by far, you know, it's if you're tired of like the regular rice cakes all the time, might be a good addition. Now next up we have, it looks like little corn pieces. So let's open up these and see what we have on the inside. They look like little corn things. And the label shows corn. So let's just make sure that it says it's a featured snack. I'm assuming this is exactly what it is. It says yakotubi is a very popular snack that you can only get from the famous Sapporo Odori Park. This snack is made from locally grown rice and sweet corn, so I'm right. The grilled corn and rice crackers are glazed lightly with soy sauce, giving it an amazing sweet and sour flavory feel. Yeah, okay. I'm a big sucker lately for corn rusks. If you don't know what corn rusks are, look them up. They're amazing. They must have known. They must have known I like corn rusks now. I recently tried corn rusks on the last what was it? I think it was one of the last crates that we got. And I'm telling you, I'm addicted. And that tastes exactly like corn, but like more of like almost like a barbecue corn. You know, like when you take a thing of corn, put it on the barbecue. It tastes exactly like that. But that corn rusk flavor, love it. Nothing recently has ever topped it. I feel like if I had like a bag of corn rusks instead of like a bunch of Doritos, I could eat the whole bag. They're so good. All right, next up we have, I think these are the curry senbais. Let's open them up, make sure that that's exactly what they are. Once again, I mean, it's hard for me to, yep, that's what they are. So these are, have you ever tried Japanese curry? It's very different from Indian curry, but just as tasty and very popular. This curry rice cracker is made in collaboration with a famous curry restaurant in Sapporo. All ingredients and spices are locally sourced and full of unami. Ooh. Mmm. Now for me, I like curry myself. And is it taste any different than Indian curry? In a way. I feel like it tastes like curry, but it also tastes like everything else. It tastes like a little bit of soy sauce. It tastes like a little bit more spices have been added in there. Definitely a nice little snack for sure. I feel like not spicy whatsoever. Don't ever be afraid that these are gonna have a little bit of kick to them. But once again, every snack that I've tried so far, I'm getting that very fresh feeling from, and I don't know why. I'm assuming it's exactly what I think. I think that they make these things, they package them, and then they just ship them out, because they're very, very tasty. Next up, I think this is the last one on the list. Or not, oh, no, sorry, not the last one on the list. These are, okay, here we go. These are, I thought that's just what they were. If you look at the packaging, once again, it's kind of hard to tell without looking at them. If you can't read it. Shiro Ibi-sen. I've seen these before. They actually, they have them here. They're like in a, sometimes you'll see them like a big row of them, and you can buy them as a bunch. Probably not as fresh. In order to make the best rice, you need a really clean ocean. The rice cracker is made with organic local rice and baby white shrimp from the Toyama region. Is known for the crystal clear waters. Okay. Now, almost like a salty flavor on the outside. Not as fishy as the original one that not the original one, but the other one that I tried. You can get that shrimpy taste. Not overwhelming. It's not like, oh man, like that's a lot of fish like the other one that I tasted. Once again, might go good with some sort of dip. By itself, it's not bad. It's just, I'm not a big seafood and a cracker guy, so I can't really react to that. You know, if it was more of a sun-dried tomato kind of cracker, I might be like, yes. But fishy or shrimp on there, I'm not like, it's not my go-to thing. But that being said, it's not bad. I just, like I said, not for me. Now, next up, we have a large thing of coconut caramel sable. One of our favorite biscuits of all time, slightly coconutty tasting biscuit glazed with salted caramel. Oh, yeah. Now, this one, I feel like this one's going to be great. I just got to open them up. Now, these come in like a little bit of rows. You can individually open them up. So they have a bunch of them in here. And they're all, I think there's like 5 or so. And each of them has about another 5 crackers on the inside of them. Let's give them a try. So they almost look like, if you guys know what baby crackers are, or baby digestive crackers, looks like that. So that's the flavor that I get out of it. You get that baby digestive cracker feel, taste, all that stuff, added with the salted caramel that they add on the top is really good. Light little snack. I like that they individually wrap them, so you don't have to bring the whole packaging with you if you ever want to put them in your lunch or anything like that. That way you don't go to, you don't go to work or you don't go to school and you're bringing a whole cookie jar with you. Those are really good. I like them. It kind of like takes a little bit for that caramel flavor to kind of hit your mouth, but now that it did, it's good. These I've seen before, and these I'm excited for. They are called Choco and Pan. Fun bite-sized bun biscuit filled with chocolate and red bean. I've seen people try these before on streams. Sorry, on YouTube. So can't wait to do it myself. Let's see. Open them up. You get a whole bag full, as you can see on the inside. Very, very soft. They are almost like little small little buns. They taste like almost like little hamburgers with chocolate on the inside of them. Very good. I've heard people say, once again, dip these in your coffee or dip them in white hot chocolate. I don't know if that's a good go-to thing, but that's one of the things that I've watched a lot of people do. White hot chocolate, dip them in there, let the chocolate melt on the inside, and then eat them. And these are good. I like them, but I'm going to try to dip in my some hot chocolate when I get some. And last up, they give you milk tea candies. Milk tea became popular in Japan during the Meiji period when it was first introduced in Japan through Western trade. Okay. And they give you a bunch of these. They kind of just throw them on the bottom there. So it's more of a tea candy. So if you can imagine yourself drinking an orange pico tea, but instead of drinking it, it's like in sucker form, or if it's in like, one of these little candy forms, that's exactly what it is. Condensed down into a little candy, little orange pico flavor. I like orange pico, so I think it tastes good. But that is it. As you can see, the box is now empty, but they do supply a lot of snacks in here. I like that they hand pick them all. Of course, there's a few that I'm not really into, but that's just me. I mean, you might be different. You might like yourself some seafood crackers. Overall, my favorite, of course, would be let's read it off again, the Yakatubi. Now, these are really good. They remind me of corn rusks. Second favorite, I'd probably have to go with the pies, because those little pies, I mean, as I mentioned before, they taste super good. They taste fresh. Nothing about them seems bad. And then down the list is probably going to go with those curry senbais. Those are really good, crispy. perfect for little snacks. You know, if you're just like, instead of eating chips or something like that, you can just eat a bunch of those, and I think I'd be more than satisfied. And the rest are good too, but just for me, those are my top 3 flavors. Really like them. So thank you so much, Snakku. Means a lot. Guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Check out the link in the description. You can go to Snakku's website, check them out. They have different ones each month, so stay tuned for more unboxing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Let it go, make my body go, make our bodies higher and higher.